an awareness, which is supposed to be just awareness of your surroundings. It would be like a 10 every time. Yeah, I mean that in a more joking way than a barbecue, steak, other stuff too. So watching Monday Night Football like a lot of you last night because I kind of hang out, wait till a certain point the game is reached, and I come to the door planning the show while watching the game in case anything crazy happens during the game that would yield itself to being turned into a show. But lo and behold, last night didn't seem to have that kind of potential. 24-0 at the half, Phillip Rivers being all Phillip Rivers, and the Broncos looking like the festering pile of stag that they've been at times this year. And then an odd thing happened. Peyton Manning and the Broncos came out and clicked on their first drive in the second half. They scored a touchdown. Then the Chargers completely self-destructed around Phillip Rivers' 5 second-half turnovers, 4 picks, and a fumble that was taken to the house. One of the picks was as well. Broncos got 3 offensive touchdowns, 2 defensive scores, and a 35-0 whitewash of the second half that gave them, as you know by now, a 35-24 win. And once more questions were raised about North Turner, about Phillip Rivers. The defenders of Phillip Rivers said he doesn't have any actual NFL talent, save Ryan Matthews and Antonio Gates to throw to, and so everyone should be nicer. It got me going back to thinking about the idea of Phillip Rivers' elite quarterback. The same idea and the same level of play from that position that's been floated to some degree about Tony Romo. Now, I want you to, humor me. If we're talking about quarterbacks in this league that I think are largely perceived as in the true highest echelon, you have the following names. You can order them really however you would like. You can go with Breeze, Brady, Rodgers, Roethlisberger, Eli. At this point, Peyton Manning, if he gets fully healthy again, probably good enough to rejoin that discussion. Matt Ryan knocking on the door, starting to look like a real contender in that regard. Phillip Rivers, though, and Tony Romo have been knocking on the same door that Matt Ryan is just now walking up to for a while. For a long time, the mindset held that Rivers and Eli were the best quarterbacks of that draft class, and that Roethlisberger was definitely third behind the two of them. Roethlisberger and a lot of people thought Rivers, even with his funky motion, was the best pure passer of the 3, you will recall. People thought, man, Rivers is going to fill up stat sheets. He is going to be unbelievable. He has this funky little motion here, but the ball comes out. He's got great arm strength, etc. And they lauded him. Great leader, fiery guy, kind of guy you want to rally around. Roethlisberger and Manning combined have 4 Super Bowl titles. Manning has done what basically nobody else can really do, and slayed the Giants, the New England Patriots, twice in the Super Bowl. Both times with some clutch throws, some huge plays. The helmet catch by Tyree that started with Manning getting out of pressure, and the unbelievable catch by Manningham last year that was a byproduct of Manning throwing the ball exactly where it had to be in a huge situation. The highlight of Phillip Rivers' career, by contrast, has been him playing in an AFC title game on a torn-up knee ligament. The highlight of Tony Romo's career, and I use him here a lot more because he just played last night, the highlight of Tony Romo's career could be argued to be a lowlight. He fumbles the snap in Seattle in the playoffs, and then fumbles and stumbles his way to not getting into the end zone, costing his team what appeared to be a sure victory. Why then, when now I've named Eli, Ben, Rodgers, Breeze, and Brady, why then are Romo and Rivers arguably far more talked about, far more hyped, and have far more attention paid than those other 5? Isn't there a sense almost, and I include Roethlisberger in this even though I know a lot of national-type people don't put him in the class of those other guys. Romo and Rivers, in a sense, shouldn't be talked about nearly as much, right? Rivers has done a little more than Romo in his career, but neither guy has proven himself in such a manner as to deserve all the attention that they get. We know kind of. There's a cause, a reasoning as to why Romo gets it. He's on the Cowboys. ESPN will forever Cowboys take and you can't take any more of it. And then they'll give you some more. River stays in San Diego